this is Amy Cruises Europe. Welcome back. Today we are going to look at the 10 things you must do on Embarkation Day. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click like and subscribe to my channel, Amy Cruises Europe.
Shoes and have some fun. Get ready, get set, let's go. If we never go, we'll never know. 'Cause you and I, oh yeah, we could fly so high.
So, the top 10 things to do on Embarkation Day. Actually, we need to start before that, pre-embarkation. It's really important that you actually think about a few other things before you even start your cruising vacation. Firstly, make sure that you have a hotel the night before. I know you might be thinking this might be a little bit costly, and you might be thinking, I don't want to actually spend any more, but it is your holiday. Usually people have this about once a year, and it would be good to actually start on a good starting point. So, I've done it both ways. I've had a hotel the night before and I have driven down the night before. This is a long journey if you do, and you might actually come across a lot of roadworks. If you do, you get stressed, you're in a car from the early hours, you have to stop at service stations which aren't the most pleasant. So if I was you, I would make sure that you book somewhere quite close to the port. This is not just for Southampton sailings, but also if you're going from Venice, Barcelona, Copenhagen, Sweden, Amsterdam, any of those ports, it's really good to go the day or the night before to make sure that you can extend your cruise holiday. Another thing to think about pre-embarkation is to book your parking. So if you are going from Southampton, it's really important that you book your parking right next to the port, and the best parking to do this by is AB parking. This is the parking for the port of Southampton. The best thing about AB parking is that when you turn up for your cruise holiday, you park up and you open your boot, and the lovely people that work at AB parking take your luggage for you and take it to the ship. You then don't have to think about it at all. It's there, it's done. It's all on there already. You just have to go and enjoy your holiday. One more thing pre-embarkation to make your holiday start as it should go on is to make sure all of your paperwork and all of your luggage tags are already printed. I know that there now is the app, and there is ways that you can do it online, etc., and they'll print things off for you. But if you want to start your holiday without any stress, make sure everything is printed beforehand. So, what you've all been waiting for, the top 10 things that you must do on your embarkation day. Number 1, arrive at your allocated time. When you book your cruise, you'll get an allocated time to arrive at the terminal building. This is not just for Southampton, but also Barcelona, Amsterdam, and all the others. The reason they give you this time is not that it's an exact time and they won't let you on any other time, but so that there isn't a massive queue in the terminal building. They will not turn you away, but you might have to queue for longer, which isn't as nice when you're starting your cruise vacation. If you have purchased the key, however, please arrive any time. You will be the first on board. So if you are the key, or if you have high status in the Crown and Anchor Society, which is their Royal Caribbean's loyalty scheme, then you will be the first to board. This also is applicable to people in suites. Number 2, make sure you grab a drink, sit back and relax. There is a temptation on these cruises to just go a bit mental and go, I need to see every part of the ship as soon as possible. This isn't really the thing you should do at the start of a holiday, especially if you're going for a long cruise. If you are going for 7 nights or more, you have plenty of time to explore the whole of the cruise ship. You do not need to see every single room and every single venue on that first day. It's important that you grab a drink, relax with your drink, and watch people. One of my favourite things to do is to grab a drink from one of the bars and just sit and people watch. It is fascinating. So please just grab a drink and relax. It is your holiday after all. If you were going to a resort somewhere abroad, you would not just jump into looking at every room in the whole hotel. So why do it on a cruise ship? I know you're excited and you can see loads of different parts of it, but make it more on the 2nd, 3rd, 4th day. Saying that, if you are only cruising for a few nights, so 3 nights, 4 nights, get to know it. Love her. They're great ships to play with and loads of the activities will be open that day. Tip 3, avoid the Windjammer. The Windjammer is the buffet restaurant on board. This gets very, very crowded on embarkation day. People are hungry, especially if you've been having a bit of a queue, or some people that haven't taken my advice and they've driven all the way down there, or they might have taken a flight. Please avoid that Windjammer. It gets so crowded, people waiting in queues again to get food, especially around the chips and the burgers. Think about it. If you're hungry, there are many other venues on Royal Caribbean ships. Some have things like Park Cafe and Cafe Promenade, which will do sandwiches, it will do things like fruit, you'll have loads of cakes, there's like cookies everywhere around the whole ship. And there's also Sorrentos on a lot of ships, which are pizza. I usually get a lot of pizza on that first day, it's very tasty. Number 4, bring your swimming stuff in your hand luggage. When you're bored, you will be able to bring a bag with you. Okay, this bag can be quite big. Put in a few bits and pieces to tide you over. You could put in your swimming costume, swimming shorts. You might want to put in things like a bit of sun cream if it's nice weather, especially if you're sailing in the Med. And then you can use the pools from the onset. As soon as you board, the pools are open. This means you can go and enjoy yourself, grab a drink and sit by the pool, then have a dip, very nice. Or even the flow rider. The flow rider is usually open too, so you actually have the ability to go on it when it's quietest. But also there are water slides which are usually open on embarkation day. You can go on those when there's less queues. Great thing to just have those few bits and pieces in your hand luggage. Number 5, don't panic about your luggage. It will get there. Everybody has a bit of a worry. You have people talking on that first day, they've never cruised before, going, where's my luggage? My husband's luggage is there, my children's luggage is there, but my luggage isn't there yet. What do I do? It will turn up. They usually put your luggage on in all different sections. Sometimes they might scan your luggage at a different time. They filter the luggage through usually by floor, but sometimes it might be by room type, and so it might take a little bit longer. Don't panic. You'll be allowed in your rooms at 1 o'clock. If your luggage isn't there yet, that's absolutely fine. It usually won't be there yet. It's more likely it's going to be in the evening. Some of you might worry that you don't have the clothing to actually wear in the evening. On that first day, they're a lot more relaxed about what you should wear in restaurants and things like that. Also, you could always put some things into your hand luggage to make sure that you actually have like deodorant and things like that, and toothbrush, toothpaste, to make sure that you have them in the evenings. 6, do the raffles. On your first day, on that embarkation day, there are people giving out raffle tickets all the time. It's brilliant. So they give them out for free, you might just have to listen to somebody, it's quite fun though, and you take those raffle tickets and go to their events and you can win things just for free. It's fantastic. I've won bottles of champagne before, I've won key rings, I've won even a watch before, so you can win loads of different things. My mum on the cruise actually won a spa treatment. She had a facial the next day. So there's loads of different things you can win just by doing raffles. 7, speciality dining and spa offers. take advantage of the various offers that are on Embarkation Day only. There's first night done right in some of the specialty restaurants. I have taken advantage of these very many times, where I've gone to Chops Grill on the first night and it was half price, which is fantastic. Yummy, 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 yummy food. Please watch my other reviews of Chops Grill. It's delicious. There's also spa offers, which are first day. The reason why they do these is because they usually don't get as many people in on the first day of the cruise into these areas, so the specialty dining or the spa. So they give you really good offers to get you in there. All you have to do is speak to some of the crew members. 8. Speak to the head waiter of the dining room. This sounds a bit of a weird one to do on your embarkation day, but to give you peace of mind, the best thing to do is to speak to that head waiter at the dining room as soon as you board. He'll be able to show you where your table is. He might be able to swap your table so you're in a better location. And if you have any allergies or any intolerances, it's a great way to actually tell them there and then. In my family, we have my husband who has various allergies and my daughter who has an egg allergy. So I make sure to tell that head waiter early on in the cruise, so on that embarkation day, and they will take care of all of it. So they make sure all of my waiters know, yes, you have 2 waiters, it's amazing. They will know, and so they will give me the menu for them every single night for the next day. By doing this, these can then be circled. They can make them in advance, making sure there's no cross-contamination, and then they put them aside. So the next night, we have complete peace of mind that all of the allergens are not in those dishes. 9. Register your children in the Adventure Ocean Club. So, if you have children, one of the amazing things about Royal Caribbean is that they have Adventure Ocean. From children 3 years old, they can be registered into this amazing scheme called Adventure Ocean. It is the best kids club at sea, probably anywhere. They do so much with the children and they love it. Kids absolutely adore it. You see them running around the ship with them. They do loads of different activities. They fence off certain activities so they have their own time. For example, they might have their own time on a zip line, or they might have their own time in the Centrum where they're learning dances. It's brilliant. If you have children under the age of 3, they can also be registered for the Royal Tots and Babies. This is brilliant too, but you do have to pay. So it's $6 before 8 and then it's $8 after 8. And last but not least, 10. Eat some welcome aboard cake. I love this part of cruising. When you get on board, I know I said avoid the Windjammer, but go in for this specific reason. There is a beautiful, massive welcome aboard cake. It's like a tradition in Royal Caribbean cruising to eat a lovely slice of this delicious cake. They usually cut a massive slice too, sometimes as big as your head. So make sure you've got an appetite for that lovely piece of cake. Thank you for watching the top 10 things to do on Embarkation Day at Amy Cruises Europe.
If you enjoyed this video, click here to subscribe to my channel, Amy Cruises Europe, so you never miss a video. And also, click here to see the best videos about cruising Royal Caribbean in Europe.